Hello, beautiful girls. Welcome to another video. I'm so excited to talk about this topic because, oh my goodness, it resonates with me so much and my upbringing. And it's something that I've really had to piece together over time to fully understand, which is the idea of that if you're a sweet woman, if you're a naturally kind woman, the world will tell you to be hard. The world will tell you to be cold in order to be respected. And I used to think that maybe I had to be like that. I never turned into that, but I used to think that maybe I was inferior for having sweetness that I didn't see in the trends of the siren Cleopatra woman. I was always a very sweet girl, and so I realized that I do not have to change my personality, but I do have to have boundaries. And oh my goodness, it took me years to work on my boundaries and learn boundaries to a point where now I feel very confident in my ability to make boundaries. It was hard for me before. If you're watching this video, you're probably a very sweet woman. You probably have a very soft, kind core, and maybe that hasn't always served you. If you're a very sweet woman, from my experience at least, what's going to happen is that throughout your childhood, you're going to attract a lot of mean girls, maybe have more experiences with mean girls than other girls, because when you're kind and you're open, it makes you more vulnerable, and people do see you as an easier target. That's why the boundaries are important, but I'll continue. You also attract people with bad intentions. You're going to attract more people in general. When you're a sweet, kind woman, you're going to be like a flower to the bees. Like so many bees coming to you, so many people attracted to you. And statistically, if you have more people attracted to you, you're going to have more bad intention people attracted to you than if you're a cold person who doesn't have nearly as many people attracted to you in general. Statistically, if you have more people attracted to you in general, there are going to be more good people and more bad people. So that's another thing to understand. Kindness and sweetness is magnetic. It really is. But kindness and sweetness without boundaries is unprotection. Coldness and hardness is less magnetic but protected. So if you are a kind woman, yes, you are very magnetic. But if you don't have boundaries, you become a doormat. You become something that people walk all over and believe that they think they can walk all over. Me growing up as a little girl, I was such a kind girl. And I remember going around the block, the neighbors' houses, putting random acts of kindness on the cars with little candies and little notes. And I was very sweet. My twin and I both, I have an identical twin sister. Both of us were just balls of sweetness. And we would go to school wearing our grandma's sewed outfits and dresses and skirts and sparkly things. And we loved to draw and make posters of positive words, which were just little affirmations or little positive words written in different colors. And we would give them to all of our family members as gifts. And I realized that that was just who I was. But I also realized that I was dealing with a lot of disrespect from people as I grew up, specifically mean girls. And I never fully understood why. I felt inferior and left out, and I felt that I was just not good enough to be parts of those groups sometimes, and I didn't know why. And as I grew up, I realized that kindness will definitely draw in more ill-intentioned people. It will draw in mean girls because there's that jealousy. We are all going to be jealous of, if you're, and let me reword that, if you are in your wounded feminine energy, you're going to dislike the positivity, the kindness, the sweetness in other women if you don't embody that, because you're jealous of it, because maybe you don't embody that. And so I had that from a lot of women, even little girls growing up. And even little girls, I wonder, how do we have the consciousness to really understand beauty and intelligence and what makes us jealous? And it's because it's biological in us. If we see other women that we think are pretty or intelligent or just kind in general, sometimes there's this jealousy because we know that those things are attractive, and if you don't have them, you might be jealous of it. So I remember looking at these other girls and thinking, what do they have that I don't? Why? Who are the women that are the most respected around me? The women who were the most respected were the ones who gossiped, the ones with hard shells, the ones with not overly or outwardly sweet energy at all. And it came to the question of me with my sweet energy, do I have to become cold in order to be respected? And the answer is no. It's the opposite. Because if you're a sweet woman and you become cold, now you're no longer magnetic. You might be more respected, but you lose your magnetism. You lose your authenticity. Your kindness is magnetic, but you just have to be careful about the boundaries that you put up with people. You have to be careful about the access to that magnetic energy, because people will be attracted to you like bees to flowers. It really is like that. But you don't want to be a doormat. You want to be a woman. You want to be a girl that people respect. So for me, I always wanted to understand why all this happened to me, why I had jealousy and gossip and all these things. I realized that I did not want to be someone that I wasn't. I did not want to become a cold, hard-shelled person. I did not want to copy the cold, hard-shelled people, because that wasn't me. And you should never be something that is not authentically you. In fact, I think the most powerful thing is if you're a sweet woman with boundaries. Because sweetness is magnetic, people are going to be drawn to you. Boundaries, even more magnetic, because now you have an entrance fee. It might be a sweet pina colada sitting on the counter waiting for someone to grab it. That's a doormat. That's a sweet woman without any boundaries. Now, if you're a sweet woman with boundaries, that pina colada has a high price on it, has an entrance fee. People have to pay for access to that. They have to highly respect you, and you have to highly respect them to give them the access to you, to access to your sweet energy. Sweet energy is sugar for our soul. People are craving it in this world. People go to work all day. Men go to work all day in mundane environments, maybe boring office spaces. And then they see a sweet woman, or they have a sweet woman that lights up their soul. That is energy for the soul. That is nourishment for the soul. Something that you should never lose. And I always thought too, there are going to be men that want Cleopatra, siren, cold woman, and that's okay. Maybe that's how some women are, and they're going to attract the right men for that. Other men might like the sugar plum fairies, the sweet woman, and that's the right man for you. Those are going to be the right men for you. Authenticity, again, the most attractive thing. You're always going to attract what is meant for you. So I also wondered, why are sweet feminine women so magnetic? What makes them so magnetic? Because humans are addicted to sugar from the moments we're born. Sugar signals high energy, signals safety. What do sour, bitter foods signal? Possibly toxicity, possibly being spoiled, possibly taste aversion. Bad foods, we are not drawn to. Sweet foods, we are naturally addicted to as humans. It's the same with people, the same with our energy. If you're a naturally sweet woman, you are going to have people magnetized towards you. You do not want to become a hard woman. Do not copy the cold, hard woman. That's not who you are. If you are a sweet woman, people are going to be drawn towards you. All you need is your boundaries. Your boundaries are what makes you even more magnetic to people, even more attracted to other people, attractive to other people. So hold on to that sweetness. Hold on to your kind energy. Just learn how to channel it. I hope that this video is helpful for you all. I hope that watching this video can make you embody that sweet energy that you have, that kindness that you have. And as someone who grew up being that, and now I still have my kind energy, of course, I'm more careful about who I give that to. When I feel the disrespect, I'm done. That is a standard for me. That is a baseline for me. And it's not something that I'm willing to tolerate. I do not give people my energy who don't deserve it and who aren't respecting me. And you need to be the same way. That's how you go from sweet girl to smarter boundaries. You're not a doormat. You're a sweet girl with boundaries. That's a dream girl. So I hope this video helps you, and I hope you can incorporate these things into your own lives. And I love you guys so much. I will see you in the next video.